Welcome to Timeless Interiors. I'm Holly Dixon, and we are in beautiful Hampton Lakes, and we are at a model home that we've staged for Hilton Head Custom Homes. I'd like to show you how we staged this beautiful home for Hilton Head Custom Homes on 140 Flatwater Drive. So come take a look. Morgan, this is a wonderful open floor plan. I love the transitional selections that are made. Tell me a little bit about these selections. I know that you've gone through some of that process with Hilton Head Custom Homes and you helped them with the selections. How did you come up with this color palette?
Well, actually the color palette was brought to me. They wanted a cool, low country home. The transitional colors, which are the grays and the gray blues, and more of those calming spa-like colors. And that's kind of what we went for in this home. We also note that even though it looks like an open, huge open floor plan, and it is, but scale is also very important in this space. You'll notice that we have our standard setup in this space with a sofa, 2 swivel chairs by the door, and then 1 single chair by the fireplace. And what that does is it allows you an open floor plan and it welcomes people into the space. And then it also is extremely functional because the swivel chairs you can turn around to the outside, you can talk to people in the kitchen, you can watch TV. So swivel chairs down here just seem to make a lot of sense.
I love the flow of the colors. Of course, we've hit the grays, we've hit the tans, the taupes, the blues, the teal colors. It's all so warm and it flows so beautifully from one space to the next. And I'm noticing also a lot of people are afraid with the shiplap. You've definitely hit the shiplap very nicely on this entire wall for the fireplace. And additionally, you continued it back behind in the bookcase areas.
Yes, originally, the Hilton Head Custom Homes people came to us, and they are the creme de la creme of builders. They are just such a phenomenal builder. And they had originally done just the back of the bookshelves, but it was our suggestion to go all the way through over the fireplace and all the way continuing on this whole wall, and then add it into the entry and around the dining area, as well as in the office. There's a big wall in the office, and that makes a continuity for the space, and it also keeps things updated. You'll also notice that, again, Hilton Head Custom Homes did such a fantastic job with the details, with the curved moldings and then the barn doors, but they're classic enough. They're not your standard beat up barn door that's so in style right now. What they did was they married a classic look with a more updated fashion, and it turned out beautifully that people will enjoy for years to come.
Well, it feels very crisp. It's very livable, it's very crisp. And as opposed to the over rustic feel that we see in some of the homes, I love that this has a very high-end, elegant look.
It's very
all
polished.
of the features, every selection in the kitchen as well, the cabinetry, the cove molding, the layers of molding, every bit and every detail. I'll tell you, it's such a pleasure to come behind someone like Hilton Head Custom Homes because they make our job so easy. When we put our furniture in, we both shine, and that's what we love to do as far as design and staging. But there's a lot more. Why don't you come along and take a look at what we've done in the master bedroom? Well, Morgan, I love this master bedroom. I love that you used a soft blue. It matches so well with all of the grays, and everything looks so crisp in here. Let's talk a little bit about the design elements, because what I'm noticing is you have got a wood tone nightstand, beautiful open nightstands, very high-end, elegant. You mixed brown with gray?
I did, and what we did in here is still keeping the polish, but keeping it low country, clean, crisp, spa-like. And part of what those elements are is mixing and matching. And there's ways to do it, and we can show you at Timeless Interiors. so that it looks successful, so that it looks polished, so that it looks clean and efficient and effective, and you get that bang for your buck. And it's a great way to transition from people having older things and moving it into newer lines.
Yes. Everyone is afraid to mix the browns with the grays, but we're here to tell you and to show you that that is not only a possibility, but it looks stunning in the finished overall product. So don't be afraid to mix. We've also brought in some of the browns with the grays on the bedding, which you don't necessarily have to do. We could still bridge it with the artwork and bridge it with a chair or the ceiling fan as they did here. It matches beautifully the nightstands and it ties everything together. But don't be afraid to try. Make it unique, make it yours. Let's personalize your home and your master bedroom. And yes, you're right, at Timeless Interiors, we want to help you explore those options. We want to give you ideas and suggestions that would reflect your lifestyle and your needs in your very home. Come see us on Bluffton Parkway in our brand new building, and we've got options galore for you. But for right now, we want to take you along and show off more of this beautiful home in Hampton Lake that Hilton Head Custom Homes did. Well, what an injustice it would be if I didn't show you this one detail that Hilton Head Custom Homes did not miss on. Morgan, I know you already know this, but everyone wants to know in this home, they've utilized every inch of space to the max. One of my favorite details and the unique qualities about this home is right off of the master bathroom, which is absolutely stunning. The selections are beautiful. I love every selection in here. The tub, definitely the stone, it goes so well and it marries so nice with the contemporary elements and the dark with the light. Here is our laundry room. One step past this bathroom, we've got our laundry room. How convenient would that make my life if I had done my home this way? Boy, I'll tell you, they've thought of everything in here, and it's just a detail that we didn't want to miss out on. Well, we can't say enough great things about this upstairs space. It's bright, it's cheery, it's the perfect combination of colors. It's a wonderful area for the kids, for the teenagers, and the adults to hang out. Morgan, how did we come up with the color palette?
Well, we wanted to continue with some of the colors that we introduced downstairs, such as the yellow in the master and the blues. And we carried it up to be a little bit more fun, but you notice there's still some odd pieces of furniture in here to keep it interesting. And there's a mix of things, so there's some sophistication. And we always talk about the houses down here having to be utilized, every space being utilized. Yes. So we have really wanted to showcase that, and Hilton Head Custom Homes really did that for us by giving us this little craft area in the back that's just turned out so beautifully for anybody who has those little presents they want to wrap or are scrapbooking or needle pointing or anything. There's really a space for everybody and every space being used.
Yes, what an ideal idea for just an excess little closet space. You know, it reads beautifully. It could be a kid's homework area. It's the nook of the house. And of course, it's right off of the kid's bedroom. But let's take a look inside the kid's bedroom as well. And Morgan, how this plays so nicely. The kids' bunk room right off of this space is ideal. And I can see these kids going in that nook doing their homework now. Some can copy our look, try to copy our look, but they never hit the mark because they don't have the quantity and all of the options that we have at Timeless Interiors on Bluffton Parkway. Morgan, what another clean, charming space. This is a phenomenally scaled room for any guest. Queen size bed, it's gonna hit the mark for any teenager, any guests, husband and wife that come to visit. How beautifully designed is the space?
I love this space. I love the mix of the rustic with the silk bedding. It really lets people know that you can be elegant and refined and classic without being fluffy and without being too stuffy or pretentious.
Yes. Well, thanks for joining us on another episode of Timeless Interiors. We've enjoyed staging this beautiful home in Hampton Lake for Hilton Head Custom Homes. Tim and Laura are doing an extraordinary job. Come see them here. They're building all over, not just in Hampton Lakes. A special thanks to Morgan for all of the wonderful design ideas and for our good buddy Chewy. And remember, great designs aren't just a fad, they're timeless. Welcome back to Timeless Interiors. We're in a beautiful home in Lawton Station, and we'd like to show you what we've done. Well, Morgan, this is such a beautiful open floor plan, right from the front door all the way through the living space and the kitchen area. I love how the colors flow together so beautifully. Tell me a little bit about the space.
You can see that the color palette is very similar to the last home, but it has a lot more punch. This neighborhood and this house is more geared towards a more youthful buyer. Family, kids, neighborhood, friends.
Absolutely.
And it's definitely geared more towards that. And again, you can see how we have our same floor plan where you walk in and the living room area actually invites you into the space by having the 2 chairs on the back end, a sofa, and you can still interact with the other spaces in the room.
You know, one of the things that I love about Lawton Station is it's still a growing community. So it is full of wonderful children and it's a great community, but it still has incredible growth potential. So it's something that you definitely want to see because anyone could live in this home and bring in their suitcases. The kids will find their room. There's something for everyone here. But come on and take a look. We want to show you the master bedroom next. Morgan, I love all of the pieces that we've used in this master bedroom. Again, what I wanted to say is each wood is its own collection. It varies in the tones a little bit, but it comes together so beautifully. I love the master. And these selections came from?
These were from Timeless Interiors, of course, our great store on Bluffton Parkway that we have 70,000 square feet of brand new furniture just waiting for a home. So these selections in here are a little bit more conservative and a little bit more traditional and more soothing and spa-like, more neutrals, because a bedroom is somewhere you want to relax and not be pounded with a lot of color.
One of the things, Morgan, I love, the rug acted as our bridge point. We still have brown floors and we went with the gray on the nightstands and the rug bridged everything together and it gave us a little bit more of a formal feel, but yet a mix. We've got a little bit of rustic, we've got the upholstered, we've got every style element all included here with the mix of colors. So I love what you've done. You've got the blues and the teals all going together again and showing people how that design works. Love this room, but there's a lot more to see. So come on and let's take a look at more of this home in beautiful Lawton Station. One of the things that people are concerned about is we seem to be moving towards one eating area and less of the formal dining. Morgan, this table nails that whole effect. We can seat 8 if we want to. It serves as our breakfast area and the dining. I love the shape, love the texture. I love your selection.
Just needed a little bit of uniqueness to make it stand out, make it more individualized because it is only one space to accommodate lots of different functions. And I think it shows very beautifully here. And then it also, the linen and the way the table is set definitely pulls into this small little seating area off of the kitchen area, which is, again, you can see from the main living space. So the colors play off of each other very well, I believe.
I love every piece is so well appointed for the space. We had to keep in mind scale on everything throughout this entire home. And you know, we can easily see 6 people living in this home comfortably.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's a space for everybody, and Village Park Homes really capitalizes on the way people live and the way that they maneuver into their daily lives. So not only is it beautiful and well appointed, but it's very functional, which is something that we strive to make sure that happens for our clients as well.
Well, I gotta tell you, I know for sure that there's some brilliance going on at the top of Village Park Homes.
Yes, Tim is fabulous.
He's been innovative with his thinking all along for very, very many years. And
Yes.
that's very evident in this community.
They're ahead of the game. They want, if you ever want to know where things are going and what the next step is and how the trends are going, this is the place to go look at these things and see how
Absolutely.
it's going to transition into the next phase.
Yes, sometimes it's hard for us to keep up with them, but we continue to try.
She does a pretty good job.
Don't forget about our new location on Bluffton Parkway. We've got a beautiful new facility that's over 50,000 square feet, where we've managed to put in 100,000 square feet of furnishings. You've got to come see all of the beautiful coastal selections that we have available for immediate purchase. Well, Morgan, the bonus room here at Lawton Station has got a combination of the elements. It has a combination of the textures, and we keep on trying to educate along with showing you the homes that we do. And I wanted to just point out again, the mixture of leather, the mixture of the wood reclaimed, the mixture of colors, colored metal, we have the woven seagrass, we have reclaimed, and again, two different colors. We've mixed the linen with the leather. I want to talk a little bit about this because people seem to be so confused as to tying this all together. And it's part of the design and what we try to teach people when they come into Timeless. We try to tell them just fun, reflective of you. If you're serious, we'll give you that in your home. We'll give you the traditional look. If you're contemporary, we'll pull the contemporary together. But it doesn't all need to match. Let's talk about these design elements and how we've brought these styles together in this space.
Well, there are several different ways to do it. In this case, we used a lot of color to help draw your eye and carry your eye across the room. It had to be functional. Again, we were gearing towards a young family and kids, so every piece of furniture in here is exceedingly functional and durable. We've got a leather sofa, we've got slip covers that can be easily washed, we've got reclaimed. If it gets beat up or drawn on by a little kid, you're never even going to notice. We've got tin chairs that fold up and you can make the space bigger. It could be a great sleeping party room for somebody.
Absolutely.
Or a movie room for if
Yes.
you have a viewing and you want to bring a lot of people over, and you've got tables for hostessing, and there's a complete full bath up here.
Yeah.
It really is a functional house. And those are the things that we want to point out first. There's always things that can be fancier, higher, lower, cost more, cost less. The trick is to find that balance within you and your budget and your taste and your style. And again, above all, to make sure that it's not only beautiful, but functional. And that's what you need to grab a designer at Timeless Interiors for, because we absolutely can help guide you with those things.
You know, one of the things that I noticed as I walked upstairs to this bonus room, which we don't point out or recognize, is you've gone the extra step, and I always appreciate this about your designs. And I want you to see, don't forget to show everyone how we've tied in the color of the chairs and the bonus room accents right from walking up the stairs with a beautiful piece of artwork that leads you into this space. That was brilliant, and your designs are always on point. It really bridges and it shows you where you're going and what you can expect in that next room scene.
It's important to have some kind of expectation level and meet that within the clients. But there's also, you want to keep a little element of surprise in there. Every room should have something a little bit fun and a little unusual as a conversation piece, because that also will ensure that you're never going to get tired of the space. And walking through, it needs to be functional, but it should be a little quirky towards your style, which is why we are always saying mixing and matching is the best and most successful spaces we have ever done are items that we have mixed and matched. And there's specific ways to do that, and we can help you with that.
Well, Morgan, another wonderful home for Village Park Homes. It was a pleasure to stage this home. And I want to just remind everyone, great designs aren't just a fad, they're timeless.